could save him. She said if he was willing to donate his heart to save her ex, she'd pay him $10 million as compensation. Despite this outrageous request, he stayed remarkably calm. He immediately signed the donation papers without hesitation. After signing, he was secretly thrilled, because he'd finally completed his 100th task. Seeing how quickly he agreed, she promised to get him an artificial heart after the donation, guaranteeing he'd be set for life. But he didn't care about any of that, because completing all 100 tasks meant he'd become immortal. When they arrived at the hospital entrance, unexpectedly, she started having second thoughts. She suddenly realized how unfair this was to him, and suggested they call off the heart transplant. He immediately panicked. If she backed out now, he'd never complete his mission and gain immortality. So he quickly grabbed her hands, insisted he didn't care about fairness, said he'd do anything as long as she was happy. The moment he finished speaking, a car came barreling straight toward them. He shoved her out of the way, but got hit hard himself. She rushed over to help him up, moved by what she thought was his deep love for her. While he was just thinking if she died, he couldn't complete his task. He urgently told her while his heart was still beating. They needed to rush to the hospital for the transplant surgery, but touched by his sacrifice, she said forget the transplant. Luckily her friend showed up just in time. She immediately called over a group of people who carried him straight into the operating room. Just when he thought he could finally complete his mission, the friend told him they didn't actually want his heart. They wanted him dead. Turns out the ex was never sick at all. The whole heart transplant scheme was just to kill him. The ex pulled out a prepared syringe of poison, and injected it into him without hesitation. Little did they know he'd already completed his task and gained immortality. He immediately played along and faked his death. Soon after, the woman saw her friend emerge from the operating room. The friend told her the surgery was a success. The ex had successfully received the new heart, but he had died from excessive blood loss. Later, at his funeral, she cried her eyes out, but she'd never know. The supposedly dead man had been secretly moved elsewhere, to make her truly believe he was dead. He'd even filled the urn with powdered milk to fake his ashes. Then he started enjoying his new life. But considering she'd given him $20 million, he decided to do one last thing for her, to expose her friend and ex for who they really were. He'd obtained the operating room surveillance footage. The video showed the friend and ex constantly mocking him, saying he was stupid enough to die for her. The friend then told him the ex was never sick. After seeing the footage, she finally realized she'd been played by her ex and friend. He was the one who truly loved her, so she made a bold decision.